I am Jeff Graham, Product Support Technician with Epiroc. Today I'll be going over how to torque the high pressure accumulator bolts. Specifically, we're working on an HB 4100. I've already installed the accumulator. The bolts are just hand tight. So what we're going to be doing now is torquing them and showing the proper procedure. So when installing the bolts, always use a high moly content anti-seize on the bolts. And when you install the bolts, these are a stretch bolt similar to the main tensioning bolts that hold the breaker together. So what we'll be doing is doing an initial torque of 60 foot-pounds, and then we'll do 30 degrees and 60 degrees. So initially we're going to start out in a crisscross pattern. We'll start out with our initial torque of 60 foot-pounds. In a crisscross pattern. And then we'll be marking the bolts with degrees. I like to start out with marking each point that I'll turn to on the breaker. And then mark 30 degrees and 60 degrees. Or we also consider that a half a flat and a full flat. And I always mark my final mark with a T or something that I know where I'm finished up at. You also need to mark your socket, so you know where to line the marks up at. All of our breakers on the large HB breakers, all of our fasteners for the high pressure accumulator have helicoils, so we never want to use an impact. It's very important for removing bolts and for tightening. So you want to do everything by hand, and then again, we start in a crisscross pattern. We start out turn to 30 degrees. And when you get to the final bolt, we can skip to the final torque and we'll just start from that point. So this one we can take all the way to the final torque. For more information, please contact your Epiroc Service Center or your dealer.